Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. It's Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today, we need to talk some Love Island UK. I need to recap the past couple of episodes, you guys. Your girl's been busy, but shout out to my subscribers, shout out to the new subscribers, and shout out to those of you who are viewing this video. Welcome. So let's get into it. So I believe the last video I did was on the preview of episode 3, I want to say, where we saw in the preview Damber, aka Dami and Amber. Dami making his move on her, you guys, and there was that. So what ended up happening was we were after the recoupling of, Davide choosing who he wanted to couple up with, and he chose Gemma, and they got to go on a date, you guys. And also we had, Dami and Amber making some waves, making some strides and this and that. So then we see finally in the evening them having a kiss. And so then there's drama that is brewing, you guys, because Liam is not the same. He is not coping well, being single, and he still likes Gemma. And so, you know what they said? They said, we're going to bring 2 girls for Liam. We're going to bring 2 girls for Liam to see if this will spurk him up, if this will get his head back into the game, and if he'll, really try to get to know some of these other women and not be stuck on Gemma. So we had 2 women come, Ekansu and Afia. The public voted for them to have, Liam go on dates with both of them. And people were hoping, okay, maybe this will spark something. Maybe they could choose him if they have to choose him for a recoupling or whatever is going to take place. But instead, none of that happened. Instead, Ekansu immediately beeline for Davide, and Afia immediately beeline for Akena. And Ekansu let the people know. She said, hey, I am a Turkish actress, but hey, I'm not here. This is not Friend Island. This is not, a situation where we need to be BFFs. If I like somebody, I am going after it. And this would never fly on Love Island USA because you guys get so attached and so possessive. It's like you guys make it as though once one person is with somebody, they're not allowed to be interested in anybody else. So there is that. Then we have the Luca situation where Luca is just moving mad, you guys. He is liking every single girl in the villa except for Amber and India, you guys. And it's just a hot mess. It is an absolute, utterly hot mess. But what ended up happening, because Davide was spending so much time with Ekansu and doing these workouts and doing this and that and doing all of this flirting, that was starting to turn off Gemma. And Luca saw an opportunity to swoop in. So they had a dare game, and you guys, it was like a beer pong, and you do different dares and this and that. And so Luca sees the opportunity. There was a dare for him to, kiss the 2 women he most likely wanted to have a threesome with. And so, of course, he kisses in his couple page, but then he makes a beeline to Gemma, you guys, and then they have a talk on the terrace. And Davide is not happy. He thinks it is shady. He thinks you should have consulted him first before you talk to him, even though he spent the entire day with Ekansu and did not care about, who saw him, did not care about Gemma's feelings and this and that. And so there we are, you guys. But it's clear Akena really isn't into Afia like that. And I'll keep it a buck with you guys. I think Akena was always into India. He lit up when he first met her. I think he was disappointed when he saw her reaction when it was announced that the public voted for them. And when you have that look of disgust on your face of a potential love interest, it's very hard to kind of shake that feeling, and it takes you out of your element for a little bit. And so now what is happening is the threat of new women, of the threat of new bombshells, potentially, being with Akena, potentially getting to know him and liking him and wanting to pursue him. Now India's head's back in the game. Now she is trying to talk to him more. But the one thing is, as well, is their interactions that we have seen up until this point have mostly been about gossiping, you guys, have been mostly about gossiping about the other islanders and the other couples and not getting to know each other. So we'll have to monitor this. I haven't watched today's unseen bits yet, but I heard that there was more of a substance conversation that took place between the two of them. So I will have to tune in for that and see if there's anything different. But my initial take was they were giving BFF vibes. I know some of you are still pulling for India and Dami. I do not know why. I do not know why there's this entitlement that Dami belonged to India when that was not the case. Apparently the public got it right as far as Dami and Amber, because we are seeing Amber progressing. They appear to be the mom and dad of the villa because everybody is looking at them. Everybody is staring at their little interactions, and they are so cute. You can tell that Amber is still very much shy. She's very much timid. So Dami, you know, with his outgoing personality, is really trying to get her to open up more. And they're so cute with their little kisses. They are so cute with their interactions. Tasha said that she is obsessed with them. And everybody just swoons over them. And Kansu said that they were a very good looking couple. They were a very striking couple. And I agree. So we are getting more cuddles. We are getting more kisses. And things are moving. So I hope that they get a date soon. And also, Tasha fumbled her spot on the show, you guys. She was the #1 chick before Gemma. And completely fumbled all of that, you guys. Completely fumbled. So before the two bombshells show up, she tells Andrew, hey, we need to take a step back, because she was still feeling Luca, and she was pissed at Andrew for him, you know, basically lying on Luca and saying that, you know, Tasha was not in his top 3, and, you know, to be messy and to, you know, try to like sabotage their connection. So she was like, you know what, let's take a step back, let's move things slower, because she was mad that Luca took a step back after he saw her and Andrew kissing. And so then the bombshells come in, and then it's like Tasha has to get back on the game and be like, hey, we are still we are still the couple, and this and that. And then there was the beer pong game, you guys, and everybody was moving mad. Everybody was moving mad, except for the black couples, you guys. Everybody was moving mad. But so what ended up happening was there was a dare on Tasha's turn to crawl to the guy I believe she fancies the most, or was into the most, or this and that. And so it looked like she was doing a sexy crawl towards her couple, Andrew, except for she made a pivot, you guys, and ended up going to Luca. And it was just, everybody's looking like, what? Like, what are you doing? And so then as a result of that, by the time we got to Andrew's dare, which was after Tasha's dare, he had, okay, kiss the woman you see as a wifey that you see most likely that would become a wife. And so then he makes a beeline over to Paige and makes out with Paige. Makes out with Paige and snogs her and everything else. And, you know, that really was like an ego bruise to Tasha. And Dami spoke game to her and told her after, you know, the challenge was over, he was like, listen, he said, by you choosing another guy, even though it wasn't, you know, that big of a deal or what have you, it kind of sent this message that maybe you were not all in on Andrew, right? And so Tasha kept saying, oh, well, I was just trying to spice things up. I was just trying to make things interesting and fun. And he was like, boy, you were trying to solidify things with Andrew. So if you're truly trying to solidify things with Andrew, you're not going to go run over to Luca, who Luca has like a different girl in his mind every single day. He can't make a decision, right? He just goes to the woman that he feels that he can find a challenge, or that he finds that's the most popular, that is getting the most camera time on the show. So therefore, he cannot be trusted. And so Tasha realized that that was not a good look. So she went to apologize to Andrew and try to rectify things between them to let him know that, hey, we are still a thing. I'm still all in with you and this and that. Then there was weird things going on with Ekansu. She is coming to shake the table, you guys. She's coming to shake the table because Paige was trying to, you know, solidify that her and Luca were good. And Ekansu was like, hey, I was up all night watching you and Luca, and you guys were not doing footsies. You guys were not cuddling like you're claiming. I had my eye on you. And I was like, well, okay. Alrighty then. So there was that. But so then prior to the recoupling, you guys, we had got some unfortunate news. So Liam grabbed everybody to the fire pit and was like, hey, we need to talk. And essentially told them, hey, I'm piecing out of the show. I am out of here. And so somehow Gemma made it about herself and thought she was the reason. And we have no idea, honestly, the true reason. We don't know if it was mental health related. We don't know if, he just doesn't handle rejection well. But the irony in this, of him not being able to handle 4 days in the villa, you guys, meanwhile, the things that some of these black women go through on these shows that last for weeks on end, and he couldn't even cut it for 4 days after being rejected by one woman and having 2 women come there for him, and still he couldn't do it. He could not handle it. But we do not know what the underlying issues were. We did see previously that he was hinting to Dami the night before that this was too much for him and that he might be leaving and this and that. So it wasn't something that kind of came out of nowhere, right? So we still had the recoupling, you guys, and we still had like a hash out between Davide and Luca, and Davide basically was like, hey, you need to check in with me if you're going to be dealing with Gemma. And Luca's like, hey, we're all in the same villa. You literally, nobody's hiding. And so it's just this back and forth, you guys. It is a hot mess, but Gemma is interested in Luca. Luca now is interested in Gemma. I don't think it's anything serious, you guys. I think they are just seeing that they're the most popular right now, so they are gravitating to each other for even more camera time, you guys. So we have the recoupling, and Dami starts off the recoupling, and he gives this very cute speech to Amber, and really says that he feels that they're building something genuine together, and it was so cute. They're such a cute couple, you guys. I'm team Amber, and that's on period. And then we get also to Akena, who of course chooses India. I never got the vibe he was truly interested in Afia. But it was funny because Ekin-Su was trying to play wing woman and trying to get Afia in the game to choose somebody. So that leaves Afia, vulnerable potentially if Davide or somebody else does not choose her. And so then, of course, Andrew, he chooses Tasha because they're back on track for now. And then also we get to Luca because Luca gets to pick before Davide, you guys. So Luca ends up picking, and guess who he picks? He picks Gemma, you guys. And I know Davide is pissed. I know Davide wants to go in on him, you guys. I know he does. And so then that leaves Davide, and that leaves us with Paige. That leaves us with Ekin-Su, and it leaves us with Afia. So Davide, of course, chooses who his strongest connection is out of the 3, which is Ekin-Su. And that is how things ended for us, you guys. So I cannot wait till tomorrow's episode. I'm a little concerned, though, because there was a preview that might be alleging that Gemma's ex-boyfriend is coming to the show. And I feel like if they were going to do a twist like this, it is way too soon to incorporate something like this into the show. Like, literally, she is in her 3rd couple. We barely get to see what the connection is, what the situation is between her and Luca before they keep, again, throwing a 4th gentleman at Gemma, you guys. We get it. She's the star. We get it. Production likes her, but can we have her, solidify to see if there's something there in any of these connections before we just continue to, throw all these guys at her? I mean, there are other women in the villa, you guys. So people were thinking that Paige and, Afia might be getting eliminated, but they ended up staying because of the fact that Liam left the show. And if he had ended up staying, one of them would have, of course, been the ones that would have gotten dumped from the island. So there was that, you guys. But I'm team Amber. I did feel a way about Luca. I was a little disappointed in him because when he went to go have his hash out with David, he, was eating some chips or eating something out of a bag, and basically he got up from the fire pit and it spilled. It spilled on the ground, and Amber had on some heels, and she was saying some of the crumbs had gotten to her toes, and Luca did not care at all. He just continued to walk off. He just continued to do his thing. And I was like, okay, that's kind of messy. That's kind of shady. That's kind of mean. Why not even just acknowledge or say you're sorry or this and that? It was just kind of careless. So I don't know. I think I'm feeling a little bit away about some of the disrespect that India and Amber are receiving in this villa by some of these people. people. So it's something that I'm still going to try to monitor to see if things change. Andrew seems to be a little bit cooler in terms of really kind of embracing everybody and this and that, but it's just very weird behavior, because even Andrew even said that he was into Afia, but Luca and Davide made it to a point to say that they were only into Ekansu out of the two bombshells. So I found that not surprising at all. So we'll have to see what happens, but I feel like there should have been a man that was brought in specifically, for potentially Afia or Paige, since they are going to be at risk of being dumped from the island, since I presume next is going to possibly end up being a true elimination for one of the women unless they switch up or what have you. So there is that, but that was kind of like the meat and potatoes, you guys, of what is taking place on the show. What do you think of the couples? Who do you guys think is the strongest couple thus far? Who do you think is the couples that are just faking it till they get to Casa Amor and might switch up? Who do you think really could build some genuine connections? Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.